Everyone is in their seat here at the U.S. Airways Center as the Suns look to grab a win here in downtown Phoenix. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, checking out Michael Conley. What can we see here, you think?
You know, we've seen a lot of change in terms of what Mike Conley can do each year on the floor. He started out, didn't really have much of a jump shot, really improved in that area. Now he's playing with so much confidence that no matter what the circumstance during the game, he believes he can get the job done.
And one of the biggest ways he's made contributions to his team is by taking the ball away from the opponent. I mean, he's excellent with anticipation and quickness and tenacity, particularly at the point of attack.
Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
They looked very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory.
Just 5 to shoot. Harden's shot is good.
Well, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Conley kicks to Patterson. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
Now, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
And here we go. Calderon heading to the hoop.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Now, here's Lopez. Hits the jump hook. Lopez has got his second basket of the game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Rick Adelman gave me just a few minutes with him. He knows they've got to really dig in defensively, facing a very talented offense. He said if you let them get going, they can run off a big lead and really put you behind the 8 ball. You've got to be disciplined, work together, and be prepared to make second, third, and fourth efforts. Whatever it takes to get a stop, that's what we'll have to do. Kevin, we'll see if they can get a win in this, their first matchup of the season.
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
No question. You know, and it's one thing to plan for them. It's another thing when you actually see them. This is an explosive club, so they've got to be ready defensively.
Yeah, it takes some defensive creativity in my mind. He's shown himself to be a coach who's always got a few wrinkles in his pocket.
Now, here's Calderon, following the miss by Brook Lopez. Boozer can't get it to go. And DeRozan, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the way. DeRozan's got 5 now.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. He feeds it to Bush. To the middle, Calderon. Smooth as silk on the finger rolls.
Well done, finishing that one off.
Conley with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers. Right block shot. Moves back up. And Lopez with a nice bucket inside. He has 6.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Harden outside. Tipped away. Here's Boozer. Can't get it to go. Now the Suns take it the other way. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And in last year's season series, things did not go their way.
And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Mills passes to Carter. Here is Ellington. Fires from the wing. And again, it's Minnesota. And both teams really in the upper echelon of the conference. It's an important matchup this year.
Well, Kevin, they're battling for supremacy in the conference. There's going to be some heated battles between these top-tier teams.
Outside Carter, and that is good. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
40 seconds left in the first. Here's Mills. Softly drops in the floor.
Looks like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
The Timberwolves trail. Carney dishes to Gooden. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Carter with it. Now defended by Gooden. No good from Lamb. Now Gooden. Here's Carney. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Carter with it. Trailing by 2. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Suns shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Well, as an 81% free throw shooting team last season, you can't find much fault with what they were doing from the line.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
The steal. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. And don't go... And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Rodney Carney is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Marcus Teague. Then there's Gooden. And it's Ellington in at the 2 guard. Here's Lopez. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Lopez has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Phoenix. Teague kicks to Ellington. Rejected by Johnson. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good by Gooden. So it's Phoenix now. They trail by 1. Carter outside. The pass to Johnson. Knocked away. Here's Teague. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Henson. It's hauled in by Gooden. Timberwolves leading by 3. Ellington kicks to Teague. And it's Johnson penetrating. That's good. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
Boy, that was impressive, Paul. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Chris Bosh is checked in for Gooden. Budinger comes in for Rodney Carney. James Harden, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Calderon in for Marcus Teague. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Johnson. That's good. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Here's Bosh. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Budinger, the pass to Harden. Finish off the break. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up. Like you talked about a back-and-forth game, this is the definition of
Yeah,
that.
no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Johnson dishes to Mills. Here's Henson. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Phoenix lead.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Suns in second.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
Here's Buttinger, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And it's blocked by Bosch. They retain possession.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And he's good on the second. 1:31 left in the first half. Harden kicks to Calderon. Buttinger out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. First in scoring, first in field goal percentage, and they were number 2 distributing the basketball. This team always makes the extra pass and does a good job executing this offense that leads to good shots and good scoring.
Well, when you get down to it, the identity of this club is that they score the ball. Number 1 in the league, they have so many ways to hurt you, and that seems to inspire them with confidence every single game.
Harden outside. Offline with his 3.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass. That's foul number 2 on them. They might not warrant sitting in entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the offensive rebounding has been really impressive so far as well, so I really like this team's effort tonight.
Calderon kicks to Harden. Inside to Bosch. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And it's Calderon that time on the assist by Bosch. Calderon's got 5 now.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. .34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Conley kicks to Lopez. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Harden the pass to Boozer. Some solid defense from Patterson. The Suns have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his first points of the game.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Bosch, Lopez covering, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Harden dishes to Gooden. The feed to Calderon. It could go, and it's blocked. Second quarter ends in a tight one. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first one. Third quarter starting here now. Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
That'll be important to see, if they can slow him down in the second half here, because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you've got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, front him, play behind, double team him. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
Conley out there with DeRozan. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Lopez in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's who's out there. Oh!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going. Third three in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
And DeRozan gets to Patterson. Conley back to Patterson. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Lopez. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosh.
Well, it didn't take long for Brook Lopez to become a factor in the middle. As soon as he came into this league, he was scoring and rebounding at a pretty good rate. And, you know, you watch him, he's not overwhelming, but he's got a nice set of low post moves, and he's athletic enough to get those shots off from either block.
Something else with Brook, Steve, is he's such a consistent player that it's very hard for him to have an off game. His game doesn't fluctuate a whole lot. He's pretty steady. He'll find a way to score either from the line, with his excellent free throw shooting, or with his back to the basket.
Minnesota calls timeout. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. Calderon passes to Bosh. Poked away. Stolen by Michael Conley. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got his third rebound on the night. And he lobs it up.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful. You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Boozer dishes to Calderon. Harden outside. Feeds it to Bosh. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. And another three for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Good. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominates.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yep, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Harden's got the ball. And Budiger kicks to Boozer. And again, it's Minnesota.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch. Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Well, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gooden's checked in. Phoenix, no good that time either. Timberwolves leading by 5. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. First in assists, first in steals, and they were #1 in blocks. An intimidating defensive squad.
And Clark, what you talked about that really resonates with me is the assists, because they were the best in the league. Clearly a result of wonderful offensive execution and, of course, unselfishness. It didn't seem to matter who was taking the shot. That team always tried to find the open man.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
For Phoenix, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. And Conley drops them both. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Green. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Green. Conley's got 4 this quarter. Now here's Calderon. He's got 11. From deep, Harden gets it to go.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. Seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of the game.
And another one of his really special talents is coming up with steals at the moment a ball handler picks up his dribble and is getting into a shooting motion. He's got excellent timing in that regard.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And Gooden kicks to Budding. Calderon over by Conley. Dishes to Gooden. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Minnesota.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
That is good. Boozer's got his second basket.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Passes it to Harden. In low to Boozer. Rejected by Lopez. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Nine seconds left to play here in the third. Ellington kicks to T. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Goodwin. No good. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Timberwolves lead by 6. And we're coming right. Thanks for joining us. Again, as we get set for the fourth quarter, a terrific game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Channing Frye out there with Rodney Carney. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. James Harden. He's checked in for Minnesota. Bosh against Lopez. He dishes it to Ellington. Here's Harden on the wing. He kicks to Ellington. No good on the 3. Suns trail by 4. And there's the call on Bosh. That'll be his second foul of the game. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Channing Frye. Conley the pass to Green. Carter kicks to Patterson. Jacks up a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Buddinger's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
You know, that Utah game has a lot of attention on it.
That's good from Budinger. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Calderon's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
He did the important part at the line there. The heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
The offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Budinger.
Well, in the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight close.
You know, we didn't see too many plays like that when they were digging this hole for themselves.
No, maybe they'll start making up for it now.
That's all about effort and energy and anticipation, and they're finally getting.
So it's the Timberwolves now, leading by 5. Calderon for 3. Tries again.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
DeRozan dishes to Green. DeRozan trying to get open as Lopez. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Green.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin. Well, Rick Adelman had some advice for his team over that last break. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Conley kicks to Green. Pass to Conley. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
But the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Calderon passes to Harden. From outside, off the mark.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
And here's Conley outside. Gets it to go. It's a tie ball game.
And now both of these are really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Gooden dishes to Calderon. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Timeout called, the Suns. The score knotted at 59. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley up top. He's guarded by Calderon to take the lead. Green kicks to Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Calderon kicks to Harden. Back to Calderon. He passes to Buddington. Timberwolves passing it around. To end the run. Can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. Outside, Green. Down low. Tipped. It's stolen by Calderon. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's blocked by Conley. The drive by Green. And he dumps it down. And guys, what do you think about the hustle steps here for the Suns?
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Out to Conley. Pass to Patterson. The dish to DeRozan. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And the lead now pretty healthy after that trip to the line.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 7. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota making some changes. Chris Bosh has checked in for Gooden. Boozer comes in for Channing Frye. Rodney Carney's subbed in for Chase Buddington. Bosh passes to Boozer. Looking to end the run. The shot no good. Good D by Lopez.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
And it's good.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Here is Conley. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the Suns get it back. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. "11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
From deep, Harden. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Conley inside the line. Missed. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. How much to be critical of at this ring, Clark?
Not at all.